Welcome back to our channel. Please be sure to like, comment below, and subscribe. In this harrowing and tragic story, we delve into the unsettling case of Chad Doerman, a father from Ohio whose actions on June 15, 2023, shocked the nation. Chad Doerman, a 33-year-old father of three, made headlines for the unimaginable crime of unaliving his three young sons, Clayton, 7, Hunter, 4, and Chase, just 3 years old. This horrific act took place at their family home in Monroe Township, a quiet community located 20 miles east of Cincinnati, Ohio. On the morning of that tragic day, Doerman's behavior seemed disturbingly normal, but it was far from it. As he drove to work, he searched YouTube for a song that would later become a chilling piece of evidence in the case. The song Happy in Hell by Colt Ford contains haunting lyrics that prosecutors believe may have influenced or reflected Doerman's state of mind. The lyrics, which include lines like, "I'm in a catch-22, damned if I don't, damned if I do. I'm in love with another girl, and I've been dreamin' in another world. I've been livin' with the devil, while I'm creepin' with an angel. All's well that ends well. I guess I'll be happy in hell," were read aloud in open court, offering a glimpse into the twisted thoughts that may have been swirling in Doerman's mind. As the day progressed, Doerman's actions became increasingly alarming. According to prosecuting attorney Mark J. Tukulva, surveillance footage captured Doerman waiting at a little clinic inside a local Kroger store, hoping for help that never came. The footage showed a man who, on the surface, appeared calm, but was undoubtedly battling inner demons that would soon lead to a catastrophic breakdown. Doerman's strange comments in the hours leading up to the tragedy were noted by authorities, though none were enough to alert his wife, Laura Doerman, or anyone else to the impending horror. When the moment came, Laura tried desperately to stop her husband from committing the unthinkable, but she was unable to save her children. Doerman also assaulted Laura and his teenage stepdaughter, who survived the attack, but now carry the heavy burden of this dark day. In court, Doerman wept as he admitted to the crimes, pleading guilty to the charges against him, including the unaliving of his three sons and the assault on his then-wife and stepdaughter. The question remains, who is Chad Doerman? What could drive a father to commit such an unthinkable act against his own flesh and blood? At lunch, Doerman turned to his wife, Laura, and ominously said, "This will be my last good meal." The significance of those words would only become clear later. Despite the dark foreshadowing, Doerman continued about his day, as if nothing was amiss. He played with his children, just as he had coached them at baseball practice the night before, showing no outward signs of the horror that was to come. Between 1 p.m. and 3:30 p.m., Doerman engaged in typical family activities, doing yard work, playing with the kids, and carrying on as though it was an ordinary day. As prosecuting attorney Mark J. Tukulva described, "Nothing out of the ordinary, nothing to alert Laura that she needed to do something to protect the family." But the reality was far more sinister. At around 3:30 p.m., Doerman began to read the Bible to his son Hunter, pacing around the house while mumbling, "Chad knows what's right. Chad knows what's right." This strange behavior, though unsettling, was only the beginning of a sequence of events that would culminate in tragedy. Shortly before 4 p.m., Doerman approached the weapons safe and unlocked it, leaving it open, a move that filled Laura with dread. Sensing the change in her husband's demeanor, she expressed her fear, saying, "You are scaring me." In response, Doerman casually brushed off her concerns, saying, "I'm just playing around." It was a deliberate act to deceive her, to make her believe that there was no danger, that everything was fine. But beneath the surface, his intentions were already set in motion. By 4 p.m., the facade began to crack as Doerman spoke to his sons, telling them how much he loved them and reassuring them that they had done nothing wrong. "You are the best boys ever," he told them, words that would soon take on a haunting finality. These were not the words of a father offering comfort, but rather the last expressions of a man preparing to commit an unthinkable act. The prosecutor then recounted the heart-wrenching moment when Doerman turned the weapons on his sons, a moment of sheer horror that would forever alter the lives of everyone who knew them. This story leaves us grappling with the question of how a seemingly ordinary day could descend into such darkness, and how a father could carry out an act so horrific against the very children he once held dear. For more details on this story, please remember to like this video and please subscribe to the channel.